What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're gonna go through the things that Samsung has removed from their phones from like the beginning of time until now, and more things that I expect them to remove as well. Now, the article or the post that I saw was on Reddit said, Samsung removed the SD card option, the headphone jack, no charger in the box. What's next? And that's a good question. And I do think there is definitely more to come. One of the things he doesn't even have mentioned is removable batteries. At one time, you could actually remove the battery from your Samsung, where is my Samsung phone? Your Samsung Galaxy phone. You could pull off the back, shove a battery in this. It was really true of almost all the Android phones that I remember for the most part. It didn't matter if it was a premium or a cheap phone, you could remove the battery. You can still do that on a really ultra cheap phones nowadays, like $100 phones, you can pull off the back and put a battery. But now, since the phones are made of glass and metal, they just don't allow you to do it, and maybe you can't do it either. So let's talk about some of the other things I expect them to remove. The next would be, and this is probably coming up very close for Samsung, is because they're going this way, is the curved displays. I expect the curved displays to go away pretty soon. They're already working their way. This is one of the flattest displays they've released in a really long time. When they came out with the S7 Edge, that was really, really curved, and then they've kind of refined that over the years, and now they're almost going back the opposite way and going to a more flat display. So I really fully expect within the maybe next year, but probably the year after that, maybe have a completely flat display on the S23 Ultra phone, or whatever, 25 Ultra I should say, on there. The other things that I expect to go, and because iPhone is going this way, I don't know when Samsung might do it, they might be a little bit later, is to remove the physical buttons. They remove the volume buttons and the power buttons and just have touch capacitive buttons on there. Why would they do that? Well, I guess to make less things break on the phone, which I don't know anybody's buttons that generally break still nowadays. To make the phone potentially lighter, I guess, to make the phone more water resistant, I guess there's a million reasons why you might want to make it different. I mean, that would be another big reason to make it more futuristic, and that those capacitive buttons or capacitive feelings or touch sensors would ultimately do the act of lowering the volume and turning the phone on and off. I also expect them to remove the USB-C charging one of these days and just have completely wireless charging, just like Apple will eventually get to, probably in the next couple of years or 3 years. You'll probably see completely portless Galaxy phones as well, where there's no ports at all and you'll have to only charge it wirelessly. They'll probably do something very, very similar to what Apple's going to do. We're already getting there now. A lot of Apple's already doing this. No SIM card. SIM cards are still in the S23 series of phones. Currently, do I foresee Samsung removing the SIM card? Definitely. I would guess, if not next year, then definitely by the S25 series of phones, the SIM card will most likely be gone, and you'll only have eSIM, or a newer technology that Samsung's working on that's like eSIM. I think it's called iSIM. So I definitely see that coming down the road. Some things that are maybe a little bit too futuristic, well, not too futuristic, but I can see them probably getting rid of some of the duplicate apps. They've done that over the last couple of years. I can see them eventually completely removing their own messaging app. I can see them maybe getting rid of their own calculator and using one that Google makes. I just see them probably reducing their resources in that regard and not having some of these Samsung apps that are, again, you can get anywhere in the store or Google already makes. I can see them removing some of those. Don't get me wrong, I don't think they're gonna get rid of like Good Lock and apps like that. I think these are gonna be stupid things like the dialer and the calculator and things like that. I can see them removing apps that are like those. The last thing that I wouldn't be surprised if we get to, probably not in 3 years or maybe even 5 years, but maybe after 5 years, is if you want vibrating on your phone, or you want super fast charging, or you want this or you want that feature, I wouldn't be surprised if one day Samsung goes to a subscription model, so that maybe you only pay $400 for the phone, but if you want to have basically everything that's built into the phone, maybe you have to subscribe at $15 a month, and if you do that, you get all the features, and when you don't, so when you stop paying that $15, those features go away. I can see them doing something like that. It wouldn't surprise me. You think about any video game that you play, a lot of these video games are free. You look at, you can play Warzone for free, you can play Fortnite for free. There's a million video games you can play for free, but then it's like, well, if you want the skins and you want this gun and you want this feature, you have to pay extra for it. I can see mobile phones going that way, and I can see Samsung going that way. You pay either a really low cost to get the phone, but then you have to pay extra to get all the features included with it and have them on a monthly basis. I can see that happening. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Let me know what you think they're going to remove and maybe add that's not so friendly in like a subscription service or something. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road.